I'm telling you, man, accents just make everything like 20 times sexier. If I had an accent, I think I truly would have a shot at Anne Hathaway. Not gonna lie to you. Maybe. I'd hope so. But accents just make everything. It goes for men and women both. I am immensely attracted to a woman as soon as she opens her mouth and says anything with an accent, except for a New York accent. Those are not sexy. But regardless, accents. We should all just try to get one because they just make everything sound so much better, sound so much more charming. And I think we'd all be a lot better off if we just said things in accents. But one other point. Is Anne Hathaway, like, not that I necessarily want her to, is she ever going to, like, age or, like, just stop getting prettier? Because it's getting ridiculous at that point. That woman is too fine. Anne Hathaway has been fine since I first laid eyes on her in The Princess Diaries, and it just does not stop. I mean, she just has a glow about her that just radiates. It's like a big, beaming, just energy around her. It's just so nice. And God, every time she smiles, those pearly white teeth. I just fall in love with them every time. Let me stop doing this, though. This is the idea of you. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and this is my review for The Idea of You, starring Anne Hathaway, I believe the kid's name is Nicholas Galtazine, Ella Rubin, just going to say Reed Scott, and it was directed by Michael Showalter, and our story follows a mom, played by Anne Hathaway, who basically takes her daughter to Coachella and ends up in this love affair with a 24-year-old pop band, boy band, whatever, basically falls in love with, I want to say One Direction, which I think this is based off some sort of Harry Styles fan fiction, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But basically falls madly in love with a mid-20s pop singer, and that's the plot. That's everything you need to know. A mom falling in love with a 24-year-old pop singer, and of course, when it comes to stuff like that, when things like that get out in public, it just gets ugly. And for everybody. Social media just eats it up, and internet, and your friends, your family start looking at you weird. It's a crazy scenario, and this movie does a great job of highlighting that. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was hoping this wasn't the best rom-com that was released this weekend. I was really hoping The Fall Guy would be, but for me personally, this was the better of the two. The Idea of You was definitely a movie that, due to Anne Hathaway, who, like I said, credit to that woman. I've said this in a review before, but truly, it does not matter what quality of a movie you are making. It could be poor, bad, shitty, great, amazing, fantastic, phenomenal. It does not matter the quality of a movie. Anne Hathaway is going to give you her 110% effort every time, and I can appreciate that woman for that, because if you've seen The Hustle with Rebel Wilson, that is a shitty movie. That is a horrible movie. And yet, I walked out of that theater saying Anne Hathaway is easily one of the most talented women in the world, because it makes no sense just how easily she can just fall into a role and do that role so well, and everything else just around her be so bad. But that's not the case with this movie here. This movie is actually pretty good. But Anne Hathaway is easily my favorite thing about this movie. Like I said, she's so beautiful. She's so good at just playing these innocent. I mean, she's not necessarily like fully innocent, but she's so innocent in the sense of like just being so sweet, so charming, just so graceful. She's Anne Hathaway. She's just so good at playing roles like this, and she plays this role very well. And especially once the issues that can come from a relationship like this start to show their head. Is that how that saying goes? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Once those problems that come with a relationship like this start to pop up, she truly starts to emulate the tough sides of things like this. And it's crazy because I know I'm a big movie fan, but I'm kind of going to do a sports reference right here for a second. Jalen Green, who is a very good player for the Houston Rockets, and Drea, who is a model. She's a model. I'm just going to chalk it up to that. They have a relationship somewhat in this kind of age bracket, and people were freaking out and going so crazy over, the age difference and things like that, which, yeah, of course, that's just, come on, what are you doing there? But it just made me think of like a situation like that. Like, we don't truly know who this person is. We don't truly know what they're going through. We're just completely just judging them based off the fact that they made a very spontaneous decision. I'll call it. I won't say a very stupid decision, because love makes you do stupid things. And these two in this movie here were truly in love. And it just made me truly back up for a second and realize that we are so quick to judge people's situations and people's scenarios and what they do out of whatever. Like, we don't know how they came to make that decision. We don't know where that decision truly came from. We don't know what the person's relationship with the other person is. And I'm not saying like these relationships should be more like understood, I guess, but I'm just saying that we're just so quickly to judge people, and we never truly know what they're actually going through. And I just love how this movie truly highlighted all that. And Anne Hathaway is somebody who played this role very well. Like, yeah, the age difference is crazy. Age difference is ridiculous. And honestly, there's so many other arguments that go into this conversation. If the shoe was on the other foot, if it was an older guy, a younger girl, which that's just, you need to stop that. That's just no. But it's life. Life is unfortunately fucked up that way, and sometimes shit like this happens. But I love how this movie truly just made their relationship very grounded. Anne Hathaway and his name is Nicholas Galazine. I think his name is Galazine. Nicholas Galazine, who plays Hayes, he was really good as well. I think their chemistry was tremendous. I think they truly highlighted everything that a relationship like this could bring, the joys, all the highs and the lows. I thought that their chemistry was very good. I truly thought the supporting cast in the movie was really good too. I really enjoyed the daughter, Izzy. I loved how Anne Hathaway was dealing with a problem of her own with her ex-husband and his now new wife and things like that. And she's just trying to find herself. And it's great. Love can find you in the most unexpected ways possible. And I truly think that what they had in this movie was love. There are situations like May December that can show you the more haunting side of relationships like this, where love may not be the focal point of what's going on here, at least not in the beginning. So if you've never seen May December, go check that out, because that is basically the horror version of this movie here. That's freaking crazy. May December is actually not even basically, it is the horror version of this movie here. But this movie is truly about love, the idea of you. It was very good, very well put together story. And Anne Hathaway, for me, truly just made this entire thing. Like, it was so good. Her reactions, her acting in general, man. Anne Hathaway is truly one of the best actresses in my life that I've seen personally. She is very good. She's just so talented. It's just so easy for her sometimes, man. She just makes it look so easy, and I just can't give her credit enough for that, man. She's just awesome. But overall, The Idea of You is the best romantic comedy. I'm sorry, this is more so of a romance. This is the best romance movie that came out this weekend. This is definitely a movie that I feel like if you're a big romance person, you should check it out. It's definitely a very good movie. It's actually surprisingly a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I didn't necessarily think it was going to be like crap, but I don't know. I didn't know it. Like I said, I was truly expecting The Fall Guy to be the best romance movie that came out this weekend, and it wasn't. It was this. So I'm just completely stunned by that. But look, The Idea of You, go check it out. And for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm going to give The Idea of You a 3.25 out of 5 stars. All right, so The Idea of You. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Look, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff and so much more. Look, I really do appreciate it. Look, this is your guy in the chair. Oh, excuse me. More content coming to you soon.